This is Google Trends. It shows interest in the top e-commerce builders over time. So back in 2009, Magento was the industry leader, but not by much. It was actually pretty even. Then around 2015, something changed. Shopify started to pull away from the pack. They became the industry leader, and ever since, they've been on top. Shopify CEO Tobi Lutke has said that before Shopify came along, the e-commerce industry was like what MP3 players were like before the iPod. Competitors had tons of advanced features, but were bulky, hard to use, and looked horrible. I think this is actually a fairly accurate analogy. In this review, I'm going to explain how Shopify continually pushes innovation through their App Store, Shopify Payments, and more, while still keeping Shopify clear and easy to use. It's a magical balancing act that's unusual in the world of software. My videos are supported by affiliate commissions, so if you'd like to try Shopify, you can find a link to it in the video description below, and I may earn a commission. This is Shopify's App Store. The App Store is Shopify's most important feature. Basically, the core of Shopify covers 80% of what users need, and then the App Store covers the remaining 20%. So the core covers products, customers, orders, analytics, marketing, discounts, and more. The things every store will need. Users can then add apps to cover more unusual use cases, like back-in-stock notifications, gift wrap-up sales, and other apps. All users have to do is browse the App Store and install the apps that they need. Let me tell you a quick story. Last year, my friend and I built a Shopify store selling toilet paper with the face of Doug Ford, a local politician. I know this is a little mean-spirited, but believe me, Ford deserved it. So after selling 100 rolls, we noticed many customers had addresses in Toronto, where we live. So we wondered if we could actually deliver the packages ourselves and save on shipping costs. Fortunately, we found several apps on the App Store that plot shipping addresses on a map. Using these apps, we were able to identify which customers we could deliver to by hand, and which had to be shipped by Canada Post. Here's what I'm trying to get at. E-commerce is full of unusual needs like this. Very few online stores need an order map because they don't sell locally, but we did. If Shopify didn't have an app store, the core would get bloated and complex. How do I know this? Because that's what happened to competitors like Volusion. For a long time, Volusion had no app store, and over the years, more and more features crept into the core, resulting in a bloated, disorganized interface. Just look at how long and overwhelming Volusion's product editor is. Now compare it to Shopify's product editor. Notice how clear and simple Shopify's is. Now, Shopify is not the only e-commerce website builder to offer an app store, but they were the first to do it, and they have the largest user base. So developers tend to prefer building apps on Shopify first. That's why today Shopify has significantly more apps than its closest competitors. Now let's talk about Shopify Payments. Shopify Payments is Shopify's official in-house payment provider, and it's another example of how Shopify continues to innovate. You see, in order to accept credit cards, online stores need a credit card processor. Most e-commerce builders rely on a third-party credit card processor like PayPal. But in 2013, Shopify decided to launch Shopify Payments as their own credit card processor. This meant that Shopify users didn't have to sign up and integrate a third-party payment provider anymore. They could just register at Shopify and get going quickly. Shopify Payments solves a really specific pain point, and I love it for that. E-commerce website builders are notoriously clunky and complex. For example, remember Volusion's product editor from earlier? Remember how long the page was and how many options were difficult to comprehend? Well, Shopify works hard to avoid this. It is much easier and more intuitive than other e-commerce builders. It's simple and clean by comparison to Volusion. In the big picture, Shopify is able to stay clean and simple because of the App Store. Volusion doesn't have an app store, so they need to shoehorn unusual features within the product editor. That's why it gets bloated, and Shopify remains simple and clear. Shopify is also thoughtful in the details of the editor. For example, the toolbar changes color to reflect unsaved changes. It's subtle, so most people won't even notice it, but I found myself subconsciously intuiting that I had unsaved changes because of it. Or here's another little touch. When you change the URL of a page, a checkbox URL redirection pops below it. This is a minor detail with major SEO implications. I wish more CMSs would do this. Of course, not everything is perfectly user-friendly. For example, editing customer emails will require you to wade into code, which is not ideal. This is an area where competitors like Squarespace and Weebly are actually easier to use. But overall, Shopify is really intuitive. Everything feels within arm's reach. Language is clear and seldom ambiguous. It's obvious that there's a dedicated team that puts a lot of thought into this editor. Shopify includes 10 free official themes. Each one is modern, fresh, and reflects the conventional look and feel to most e-commerce websites. Big photos for showcasing products and plenty of white space. This is Brooklyn, Shopify's most popular free theme. Beyond official themes, you can also buy themes from third-party theme providers. These providers fall into two categories: official theme providers and unofficial theme providers. Official theme providers can sell on the Shopify theme store and are vetted to ensure theme development is their full-time job. There are about 70 themes available from official theme providers. Unofficial theme providers sell themes on unofficial theme marketplaces like ThemeForest. For example, there are 840 Shopify themes on ThemeForest. I've included a link to ThemeForest in the video description below. Unofficial theme providers aren't vetted by Shopify, so you may want to research the companies before you buy their themes. Customizer is Shopify's tool for theme customization, and truthfully, I find it a little clunky. I find customization fields are abstract and difficult to understand. There's also a shortage of options. For example, if you'd like to choose a specific font for your navigation, you'll actually need to edit CSS, not something most users are feeling up to. Let me start by saying Shopify has an honest 14-day free trial, unlike many of its competitors. If you don't upgrade during the 14-day free trial, your account just freezes at the end, rather than automatically opting you in and charging your credit card. I like this. There are 3 main Shopify plans to choose from: Basic Shopify, Shopify, and Advanced Shopify. There's also a $9 plan called Shopify Lite it's a bit hidden on the pricing page. But it's not really for building a website. It's more for selling on social media. So of the 3 main plans, each includes all major features, unlimited products, unlimited bandwidth, fraud analysis, and support. The main differences between the plans are in gift card support, reporting, third-party shipping rates, staffing features, and the credit card transaction fee. I'd recommend most stores start with Basic Shopify and upgrade only if needed. On top of all of this, there's also Shopify Plus. Shopify Plus is for larger brands that need scale. It currently powers 5,300 plus stores. Shopify Plus has the same interface as normal Shopify, but it includes unlimited staff accounts, wholesaling, customizable checkout, a few additional features, for example, a script editor, and a launch engineer who gives you one-on-one support. There's no set price with Shopify Plus. Instead, prices are set by a quote and run from $2,000 per month to $40,000 per month. So can Shopify scale? Yes. It's unquestionable at this point. I asked Richard Lazazzera, founder of A Better Lemonade Stand, about this, and he pointed out that besides Amazon, there's no one else who processes as many transactions as Shopify. In fact, Shopify processed over $1.5 billion on Black Friday alone last year. Plus, Shopify is already handling the next generation of online retailers like Urbana, Saks, and Bombas with Shopify Plus, so it can likely scale for your store size too. I highly recommend Shopify for e-commerce stores. It's the most powerful, most innovative, and most intuitive e-commerce website builder. That's a pretty hard combination to beat, so it's no wonder that they can continue to lead the market. My videos are supported by affiliate commissions, so if you'd like to try Shopify, you can find a link to it in the video description and I may earn a commission. Thanks for watching and good luck with your store.